What's up, everyone? Welcome to the second edition of the Extra Point. Let's get right into it. Last night, the Steelers got away with a win 26-22 over the Browns, but the offense is looking kind of ugly. Does anyone want to start off?
Yeah, it was hard to watch that offense. Kenny Pickett, he just can't seem to find an open receiver. And yeah, he found George Pickens for a 74-yard touchdown, but that was like the only good play the offense had all day. Their defense was the only reason why they won that game.
I don't think Steelers was the offense that was hard to watch. I think the Browns were really hard to watch, considering we got fully guaranteed 200+ million quarterback right there playing like honestly worse than Pickett at times, or Pickett.
Yeah, it was hard to watch.
No, I definitely agree. It was terrible. I mean, Kenny Pickett looks awful. Like he doesn't look good at all. Like I know he's missing weapons and stuff, but Kenny Pickett, he just looks lost. Besides like that nice George Pickens touchdown, that Steelers offense looks miserable. Najee Harris looks slow. Jalen Warren looks better than Najee Harris. And that O-line is just
Warren kind of looks
not good. I mean, yeah, Warren was solid.
I've been saying this for a couple of years now, and I have a lot of Steelers friends that just hate me for it. I don't think Najee Harris is that good. He doesn't hit holes hard. You see Jalen Warren go in there, and he's performing a lot better than him. But, like through 2 games, he has 74 rushing yards. It's like, eh. Plus, Steelers fans wanted Matt Canada out for several years now. And now, like, the offense still doesn't look good. Pickett's not really impressive. Really, the only person that, like, if I could have on my team would be Pickens,
Yeah, for
sure. That's how I feel about the Steelers.
Personally, when I see Najee Harris run, I think he's running through quicksand. It's just really hard to watch him run.
Yeah.
He can't he's not fast at all. So Jalen Warren, I think he definitely should get the lead role in Pittsburgh at running back. But talking about the Browns offense, the only play they were hitting on all game was the back shoulder fade to Amari Cooper. Everything else,
Amari Cooper was awesome.
Elijah Moore's doing good too.
Amari wasn't even supposed to play too, which is kind of crazy to think about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's Amari every year though.
I always take him late in fantasy for that reason. I always know he's doing good every year.
Yeah. He's a good route runner, but yesterday he showed his contested catching ability, which really stood out to me.
Yeah, but the only thing with the Browns, I was really high on the Browns, but now with Nick Chubb, Nick Chubb was the only thing really keeping that offense going. Now that Deshaun Watson is not what he used to be, so I don't think he can single-handedly carry the offense like he did in Houston. So I'm really concerned about the Browns. That I don't know if they're going to make the playoffs anymore. I had them like 6th or 7th seed. Now I don't see him getting in.
Yeah, Jerome Ford though, he looked really good.
Yeah.
No, yeah. He's just not Nick Chubb. He's going to get 6 yards of carry.
No, but you can't really replace Nick Chubb in this league at this point. He's
no way.
He's been great.
Well, it's something Nick Chubb's fantastic.
Yeah.
You guys think that's a career-ending injury?
Yeah,
I think so.
I know a lot of people didn't see the picture of it because they didn't show it on TV, but his toes are facing forward, his leg is sideways, and then his knee is getting bent over. Like, it was the most disgusting thing I might have ever seen. Like, outside like Kevin Ware in that one basketball game was bones sticking out.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah. But it was honestly disgusting to look at.
I think the last time something like that happened, other than obviously Dak, was probably Alex Smith a while ago.
Yeah,
that's probably the last time something that crazy.
Did you guys see the wild stat of the Monday Night Football curse, where it's like, the last 3 Monday nights it goes Damar Hamlin, and then what was last week? Aaron Rodgers is torn Achilles, and now Nick Chubb with his whole leg is just broken.
Who's playing next Monday?
So, the Eagles.
Oh man!
Don't even get me started. Don't get me started on that. No, that would be terrible.
Did you guys just see what happened to me?
No, what?
My Zoom just completely closed app. It wasn't even my Wi-Fi. It wasn't even my Wi-Fi. It was just Zoom closed down.
You're back in, so you're good.
I'm assuming you're still talking about Browns, Cleveland, right?
Yeah, I talked about the Monday Night Football curse that's going on.
Dude, oh my God, I was telling my friends about it. Pray for Jalen Hurts and Joe Burrow and all that.
That's what I'm saying.
Joe Burrow's already a little injured.
Yeah, dude. It could be Achilles. That's scary.
Don't say that.
No joke. I hope not, obviously.
Marcus
Mariota's not taking Eagles anywhere, so we can't have that.
Nick Chubb, though, like we were saying, could that be career ending? And I think unfortunately, like that could, because this is the same leg that he hurt back in college where he tore his MCL, PCL, and LCL. Like this leg's already been through the ringer. Like, do you even if he makes a full recovery, do you want to go back and like play football again? Like you
I mean, I
Especially
think
as a running back.
Exactly.
Yeah, especially with the landscape of how running backs are and like their contracts, it might not be worth it for him. But like then again, like who knows about his competitive spirit? Because I feel like that always prevails, and guys just always come back. Like see Aaron Rodgers, he's about to retire this year, and now he's saying he's going to come back after a torn Achilles. So I wouldn't count him out. But by the way that leg's looking, if he does come back, I wouldn't expect him to be anything like he used to be. Because I've just never seen anyone come back from something like that.
Speaking of Aaron Rodgers, do you think he can really come back this season?
No.
If they make
No. I saw someone breaking it down. They were saying the fastest that someone has ever come back from a torn Achilles was 5 months.
Yeah,
and 5 months is exactly the date of the Super Bowl. If he
if he was
5 months, so.
if he was like 24, young, I'd give him a shot. But he's like, is he 40 now?
Yeah,
like
yeah, something like that.
Your body just doesn't heal the same. You know?
But also, Cam Akers, he was a running back and he came back in 5 months. He's a quarterback. You don't need your Achilles as much as a kid.
Cam Akers also sucks.
Well, what Achilles did Rodgers injure? Was it his right or his left?
His right.
Because I feel like a lot of people are, not I guess thinking with the fact that like the Achilles and the calf play a major role with a quarterback, especially what foot you're stepping back on. I think that's what's going on with Joe Burrow.
And it would
now.
be the right for him, so.
Yeah. Joe Burrow's calf, his right calf is re-aggravated. He's not playing well. It's hard probably for him to plant that calf down and throw the ball. That's what I'm thinking.
And like especially for a guy like Rodgers, who like he's not just like a pocket passer. Like he can scramble a little bit. That helps him out. It's part of his game. And now with the torn Achilles, like how mobile would he be able to be? Honestly, I think Zach Wilson, Jets fans might not want to hear this. Even if Rodgers could come back, do you want him to, or just save him for next year? You're
getting your first round pick though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys want to get into the guess that player? I kind of want to get into this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guess that player.
So what we're going to do is someone going to give off their players' stats, and then the rest of the field is going to try to guess.
I'll go first. I think I have a fun one.
Okay.
All right. So this player's best season was in 2017. I'll start with that.
2017. That was the year it was Patriots Eagles Super Bowl.
You need to give us some stats. We can't just go to 2017.
Yeah.
Give us the stats.
Okay. So his stats from 2017: 44 receptions, 703 yards.
So he's a receiver.
Yeah. Doesn't have to be. It could be tight end.
Or no, tight end too.
How many touchdowns are in there?
He had 6 touchdowns.
It's a decent amount. For 703 yards, 6 touchdowns is a good amount.
Yeah, but the thing on 700 yards, that could be like any mid receiver, like second guy.
I think
that's his best year.
Keep in mind that's his best year, yeah.
Is that feels like a Nelson? No, Nelson Aguilar is still playing, and he's retired. You said right?
Yeah, he retired in 2019.
Alshon Jeffrey?
No,
he definitely got over 1,000 yards. That's the Eagles Super Bowl year.
True.
Oh man. Oh, this is weird.
Wait, how many receptions did you say?
44 receptions for 703 yards.
That's not even a lot.
Alshon definitely had more than that.
That has to be a big play receiver because that's not a lot of receptions for 700 yards.
He played 16 games and started 13.
Played 16.
And then in the offseason, he was given a pretty hefty deal.
Really? Okay.
For that.
How he did. Not like too hefty, but he made a decent amount of money.
Right.
The retired one that's why I was thinking Alshon, but you're 100% right. Alshon did too good that year.
But you might not think of him as like being retired in 2019 because when I looked, I was like surprised. I thought he was retired in like 2020.
All right, we're gonna need a hint. Give us like a conference.
All right, he is in the NFC, and then the team that he moved to after the offseason is also in the NFC. Different divisions though.
Okay. So if that was his best year, who had like a good quarterback? Because maybe he's like a wide receiver that came off of having a bad one.
He was he had a much better quarterback before moving to the next team.
Really?
Wow. Okay.
This is awful. I feel like I'm such a casual right now.
Yeah.
Do we all like know him? Like, yeah, I feel like it's consensusly known who he is.
I'd hope so. Based
Oh
on us
boy.
Oh no.
based on us being in an NFL podcast, you should. I'm not entirely sure you do though.
And it's NFC regardless, right?
Yeah. Like casuals will not know who he is.
Did he was he traded or was he like went to a different
Ooh.
team or
No, he went to. I was
He went
thinking Cole Beasley, but he went to the Bills.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's not even retired yet, is he? Or he retired like
so.
No,
last
he's
year?
not retired. He's on the
He's
Giants.
not.
Yeah.
He is?
Yeah. He's
Oh.
sitting on the Giants sideline.
Yeah, well, they
Cole
can use
Beasley?
him right
Yeah, he is.
Oh, you're right. I think he got like a reception or something the first
now.
game.
Dude, all right, we're gonna need another him because this is ridiculous.
Yeah. What division?
He was the 2017 season. He was in the NFC West. Then he moved to the NFC East.
Moved to the NFC East. This should be my area of expertise.
NFC
Oh,
West.
I know who it is. Golden Tate.
No,
Oh,
No, that's Golden Tate's had better.
the right
seasons
idea.
than
That's the
Yeah.
right idea.
That's
I
a good pick though.
You
Golden
said
Tate
it
was-
was from the NFC West.
to the NFC East. Marquise
Okay.
Goodwin.
This might give it away, but in
He's still-
2018, he was on a team with a different name than they have now.
Okay, he was on the commies.
Yeah.
And you said in 2017 he was on the Commanders?
Signed a 5-year, $40 million deal with the Redskins heading into this
Right.
year, heading into 2018. So that's what I meant by hefty contract. And he only played 2 years with them, then retired. And his best
could be a
season
tight
with
end.
them, his best season with them was 28 catches for 245 yards and 2 touchdowns.
I think it's a tight end. I remember
It's a wide receiver. It's a wide
it
receiver.
is. I don't know.
Dude, this one's tough.
San
I feel
Fran,
like
This is
once
really hard
Rams,
for the first
Seattle's, or Cardinals. It was one of those.
You want me to give you the teams now?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you already
Yeah.
told us the Redskins.
You're gonna have to break
down
Who'd he
what-
come from?
In 2017, he was on the Seattle Seahawks. And no, it's
Doug
not
Baldwin?
it's not.
I was
Baldwin.
gonna say, it's not-
No.
It's not going to be Doug Baldwin.
You want me to just give it to you?
Wait,
Yeah,
no.
I can't even think.
I want to think.
I don't know
Yes.
any
Okay,
Because
Seahawks.
like
okay.
now,
Last hint, and if you don't know the person, like I'll find out from this. But last hint, there's a rookie quarterback with his same last name this year. He was
Is it
drafted
one
fourth
the-
overall. He was drafted 4th overall to the
Richardson.
Colts.
Fourth,
that's what I was thinking. Richardson.
the receiver was drafted 4th overall?
No, he's the,
Oh,
No,
oh,
it-
oh.
last name's Richardson, but I still have no idea.
You don't know? I thought
No.
everyone knew this guy, Paul Richardson.
Oh,
Who
dude, we have
is
to say
that?
Pierre.
I don't even know who
Pierre.
that is.
That's
Who is
Pierre
that?
Garçon.
Oh my
Paul
god,
Richardson.
I gotta brush
Pierre
up. It looks
Garçon?
like.
No, I was thinking
No,
of Pierre
no, no.
Garçon. That's what I was thinking.
Oh, okay.
So Paul Richardson, you've never heard of him?
No.
I kind of
just
know
like-
who he is, but not
like-
not like that.
In like 2016
Dude,
and 2017, he was not good, but what he did do, he just had like the most insane catches. Like you
you
should watch videos of his catches. He
You
was
just put us through the ringer to start that
Yeah.
segment out.
I thought mine was hard. Oh my god.
I think I have one that's not that
Mine's
hard. You want me to
definitely
do mine?
easier than that.
Yeah.
Here, let me do mine. All right. This is 2018. 1,151 rushing yards, 9 touchdowns, 20 receptions, 163 yards.
Justin Forsett.
No,
That was
2018.
Todd Gurley.
No.
I want to say LeGarrette Blount, but I know it's not because it's 2018, not 17.
Right.
Jay Ajayi.
No.
Oh, that's
No,
a good
I
guess.
think that had to be 2017 too.
And I know
you know?
everyone knows this person.
I'm sure.
How many rushing yards?
It's not 1,151.
9.
So he was like
touchdowns?
and 9 touchdowns. Like it was a good year.
How
Yeah.
many catches?
20.
Oh, so he wasn't the most
It's
receiving.
not
guy.
receiving back.
You're an Eagles fan, so I think it's going to be an Eagle.
I could be anything, dude.
2018.
You already named all the Eagles running backs in 2018.
Running backs typically don't last that
Yeah.
long. Who is
Ezekiel
drafted
Elliott?
recently?
Not Zeke.
Oh, Zeke was good that year.
Yeah, no, those are good stats though. I mean,
No, it was a good year.
Zeke had like 1,600 yards like his rookie
All
year.
right.
really?
I'll give you guys. I'll give
2019?
you guys this.
I mean, 2018.
He's not active anymore.
Okay. Can you tell us what year, or would that give it away?
I told
He
you
did.
2018.
It's 2018.
No.
That's all I was saying.
Oh, you're retired? I'm not sure. I think maybe in the last 2 years.
Oh, okay.
I'll have that one down.
I think we need a conference.
Is it
Wait,
David
let's-
Montgomery? No, he's still here.
No,
I don't know
no.
why I said that.
I know Adrian Peterson had one random good 1,000-yard year. Is it him?
I thought about doing AP. It's not AP.
Okay, you know exactly what I'm getting at there, right?
Yeah,
Because he had that one random 1,000-yard season.
Yeah,
in
he-
the Washington.
yeah,
Giovanni Bernard?
No, because Adrian Peterson had a 1,000-yard year in 2018 for the Seahawks, like randomly.
That's exactly what it was. I think it was Seattle and Washington or something
Yeah.
like that, right?
So he is in the NFC. My mystery player.
Okay.
Is this Joe Mixon?
It's not Joe Mixon
No,
because he's in
Mixon's
the AFC.
always been a Bengal, yeah.
And he's still active. What
I'm
are you
losing
doing?
my mind.
Yeah, he's. I think he's either retired or just not on a team. I'm not sure if he actually
Frank
retired.
Gore?
No,
Oh, that's a good guess.
Appreciate it.
you guys are gonna not like yourselves if you don't get it.
I
Alfred
bet.
Morris.
It's not
Chris
Alfred
Carson.
Morris.
Chris Carson.
Chris Carson. There it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
Right when you said that, you're not gonna like yourself. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, dude, I remember he retired because he had like that whatever injury it was. Oh, that felt good to get
Yeah.
that.
No. He would have been really good if he never got hurt.
for
but
sure.
He was just
He
always
was
injured.
very good. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Who wants to go up next?
I'll go.
It doesn't matter when I go.
Okay. So mine was the year 2018 as well. He had 95 receptions for 1,096 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Only 3.
How many
Oh.
yards?
95
1,096.
This sounds like a Cole Beasley type.
Sounds like Julio Jones because like he gets the 3 touchdowns. Remember that one year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not Julio, is it?
No, it's neither of those.
Okay.
This is weird because there's so many receptions and only 3 touchdowns.
Yeah. Could this be Golden Tate?
No.
No,
It-
because Golden Tate was on the Eagles 2019 and he was trash.
What year was it?
2018.
2018. Lockett?
Wait, let me double check. I believe it's 2018. It might have been.
No, Tyler Lockett gets tutties, dude.
Yeah, I know. I know. I was like,
And
maybe
he's
it's
a
just one
deep
year
threat.
he didn't get any.
Especially when Russell is there because he just throws those rainbows right to him.
Is it Martavis Bryant?
Oh, I'm an idiot. It was 2020. I was looking at the wrong.
2020, that changes everything.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
was looking at the wrong section.
Travis Fulgham?
2020.
No.
Oh, he was
No.
Mania?
My bad.
Dude.
Give
Give us a conference.
Mania.
Oh, Devontae Parker.
No.
That's
I
a good
will
guess.
say he is a current free agent.
Free agent.
Okay.
Give us a conference.
NFC.
They're all NFC.
Yeah, everyone's
All the
going
random
in.
players.
But he was in the AFC.
He was.
Allen Robinson?
No.
No, he's
Oh,
on
that's
the
a
team.
good guess. Yeah.
He's on the Steelers.
Yeah, he's on
Oh,
the
yeah, he's on the Steelers.
Steelers.
Yeah.
Huh. Current free agent?
Current free agent.
Who didn't get picked up?
Could it be Des Bryant? No, 2020. 2020.
Yeah, Des Bryant's still trying to get on the squad.
Current free agent. Only 3 years ago, he had 95 receptions and 1,096
Is
yards
Antonio
for 3
Brown?
touchdowns.
No.
No.
Jarvis Landry.
No.
Oh, I thought he
That
Well, you just
that
said
was a very good guess.
had NFC. Yeah.
Was in the AFC just the previous year, and then just came to the NFC in 2020.
Can you tell us his stats from the previous year? Or would that
Yeah,
give it
yeah,
away?
sure, I will. But that was his best year, 2020. 2019.
Was he in the AFC this year that you're talking about?
In 2020, he was in the NFC. He came from the AFC.
Darn.
In 2019, he was in the AFC, and his stats that year were 52 receptions for 779 yards.
And how many
So
touchdowns?
I wanted to say Will Fuller for a second.
5.
Oh, it's Jacoby Myers. No, it's not.
No.
Yeah, right. Is it? Oh, what's
I
that?
don't know why I said that.
No. Myers was drafted by my Pats.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I was gonna say Chris Hogan, but he was. I don't know. I think he was on the NFC in 2020.
No. Won a division?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. This one is. I don't know why you can't remember divisions today. South, NFC South.
Oh,
Michael Thomas. Did not get
No.
touchdown.
That Michael Thomas is
No,
a good
Michael
guess.
Thomas
It
on the
was
Saints.
not.
He's still playing. Yeah.
Yeah, true.
wait. Oh yeah, he's a free agent. You said okay.
Oh wait, Kelvin Benjamin.
No.
Oh,
He came from the AFC East. I think his former team makes him more so easily guessable than his what year I'm looking at.
Maybe for you, are you a Pats fan? You must be a Pat.
No, but
It's not Brandon. It's not Brandon Cooks.
no.
No, he get more
This is
touchdowns. I think.
Brandon Cooks is playing for the Texans right now.
I just
True,
learned that we
true.
suck at this.
No, Brandon Cooks on Dallas. I mean Cowboys.
I feel like such a
Cowboys,
casual.
you're right. Yeah, I'm thinking of Robert Woods.
It sounds easier, and then you have the entire league to guess from.
Right.
Yeah. I'm tired.
Oh wait, you gave
Not-
it? You gave this?
No,
Is
no,
he retired or is he a free agent?
No,
He's still
he's
looking-
just a free agent.
okay.
no one wants him.
How old is he now? Do you know?
He is 30.
Oh, so he's just like not that good anymore. Could it be Josh Gordon?
Well, last year he played. No, last year he played. He was. You're right.
And
He
the-
was not good.
In the NFC South.
In the NFC South. Oh, for two teams, he played NFC South and NFC. I believe that's West.
What? Seahawks
Yeah.
and Niners.
Oh my God, it's Dante Pettis.
No,
What?
No,
I
he's
love
on
Andrew's
Andrew's at
reactions.
1,000 yards.
this is one that you guys all know. Here, should I give you teams?
Oh yeah, teams.
Yeah.
All right. The year I'm talking about, 2020, he was on the Carolina Panthers.
I still don't know. Not gonna
Wait.
Oh, DJ Moore.
No, good guess. No.
Oh,
idiot.
no, because he's on the Bears.
Yeah, I'm
He
an idiot.
DJ Moore was the wide receiver 1 that year, I believe, and he was the wide receiver 2, the one I'm looking
Curtis Samuel?
at. No.
Because Curtis Samuel's
Oh,
on
I know who it is, but I can't think of his name. Oh no.
His former team was the Jets. That's where he was.
Robbie Anderson.
Yes.
Yeah,
There you go.
I couldn't think
Oh,
of his.
that's a good one. That's
I
a
could
good
see
one.
his skinny, stupid hair looking.
Right.
Oh, my God.
It's
a
actually
good one.
Chosen Anderson. It's Chosen Anderson.
Yeah,
Chosen.
it's Robbie
Yeah.
Chosen. Did he change it?
It's
No, you're
Robbie
right.
Chosen.
It is Chosen
It is.
Anderson now.
Yeah. So I guess we got it wrong. All right, Carter, give us yours so we can go through the ringer one more time.
All right.
Carter is
So
cooking.
mine, his best season was 2020. He had 31 receptions, 396 yards, and a touchdown. You all
That's
know
it?
who it is. You all know
Wait.
who it is.
Say it again.
2020, 31 receptions, 396 yards, and a touchdown. That was his best season.
How do we know who this is? And that's his
Oh,
best
you know.
season?
You all know who this is.
What?
Oh,
2020 was his best season.
Jalen Rager?
Oh, yeah.
Hey!
I like that.
I had to put the foot down so you all know who this is because it sounds like a complete scrub.
That's so.
He is
yeah,
a
I was
scrub.
like,
That's what it is.
Yeah.
He is a complete scrub.
That was
Heck
good,
did you
Andrew.
get
That
off
was
the
good.
stats. That was very good, Andrew.
Dude, that was like some of the hardest trivia of my life, and it really should have
For
been.
real,
It was fun though. It was fun.
it was fun.
For real.
We should make them a little easier next time. A little easier.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't think mine was
Maybe
that
you,
bad.
Andrew, can make it a little
Andrew,
easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even remember who your
Paul
guy was. That's- yeah.
But after this podcast, promise me to watch like just his highlight catches. He makes the most insane one-handers.
I
Okay.
promise you that I won't.
Andrew's like, my guy's Byron Pringle. Like,
Yeah. All right, you guys want to get into the Giants being the worst team and somehow beating the actual worst team?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm just gonna say my first. So right before this game started, I put a 3-leg parlay with the Giants money line. Immediately go down 20-0.
Right.
And me being an Eagles fan, I just hate the Giants even more now. So I honestly think that first half, I was thinking Giants are the worst team in the league. And after they came back, was it 31-28?
Yeah.
Now I think they're like a bottom 3 team in the league. I don't even think they're even that much better.
No.
You know?
I
I just
think
wrong for that.
what's it called? The biggest thing that I saw when I was looking at the comparison between the two teams is that third down conversion rate. Giants were 60% converting third down, even though they had all those faults like in the beginning. Cardinals were at 40%, a 20% difference. Also,
How much
of
of that
course,
is second half though?
either way, that's 20% is a big difference. And Jones was awesome in the second half. He was actually good. He's not good, obviously, based on how he's playing, but he was in the second half. He was very good.
Yeah.
I don't think Daniel Jones like is a bust though. Like people say that last year was a fluke, but I genuinely think he's pretty good. He's extremely
Oh,
fast
God.
for a quarterback. He has pretty good pocket presence. He can find open receivers, and he has a great deep ball. He throws a great deep ball, and he showed it in the game against the Cardinals. Like he still hit the passes he needed to hit in the second half. I think it just took them and him 6 quarters to get adapted to the season. But after that, he looked really good. I'm not saying they're going to be a playoff team, but I don't think they're going to be a bottom 3 team like Patrick said. I think it's going to be more like they go 7-10.
I'm saying right now they're a bottom 3 team. I'm not saying they're going to end up as a bottom 3 because they probably won't.
Okay, saying Daniel Jones is not a bust is like saying Jimmy G is not a bust now. Well, no, he's not a bust, but like he's like,
He shouldn't have went where he went in the draft.
Yeah, that's
no,
like where
definitely.
Mr.
Yeah,
Trubisky
went
ended
way
up,
too
you know?
early. And my thing with Daniel Jones is like, I have a lot of Giants friends back at home. I'm from Jersey, and I mean I got like a load ton of digs because the Giants beat the 31st ranked defense Vikings last year, and I was supposed to be impressed with Daniel Jones. I'll give him some credit. I mean, you win a playoff game, that's not a given to do, but lo and behold, they go play Philly, who has a good defense. They get blown out. That's not a
I
surprise.
was at that game.
Like Daniel Jones, name me the games where Daniel Jones has won against good defenses. He doesn't. He does not beat good defenses. He never
What's
has.
that game
He
where
beat an
he
atrocious
ran 80
defense.
yards and stumbled?
Like yesterday.
He beats bad defenses. That's what Daniel Jones does.
Yeah.
He beats bad defenses, and he's clearly a system quarterback. Like it is so clear that he's a system quarterback. That Brian Dable obviously overtook the play calling duties in the second half, even though he's denying it. There's no doubt in my mind that Brian Dable took that play calling duty himself. You could see the sheet in his hand and everything. It's obvious that Daniel Jones is a system quarterback, and his team's going nowhere with him.
Why isn't he calling plays anyway? Like, he's clearly their best play caller. Why hasn't he just taken up that duty in general?
Usually head coaches like to be like kind of managerial and like,
I know.
you know,
But,
because
like,
Nick Sirianni wasn't good. He gave up.
Sean McVay, Sean Payton, they call plays.
Yeah.
So why not Dable?
I guess it's just like their style. Every coach has their different style. I don't know.
But I know you guys are saying like Daniel Jones is a system quarterback, and I'm not gonna like doubt that. Like he is a system quarterback, but he still has like very good like improv skills. Like he can improv, he can run, he can.
You know who else has good improv skills? Justin Fields.
Yeah, but not good.
Dude, I got
skills.
You know what I say with Daniel Jones is?
Fields.
Daniel Jones is what everybody thought Justin Fields was going to be. He's just a better Justin Fields.
Yeah.
He is. They play the same exact way, except Daniel Jones can at least read a field and doesn't hold on to the ball for 20 seconds in the pocket.
Yeah.
So we got like tiers now. We got Josh Allen is just a better version of Daniel Jones.
Yes.
Daniel Jones is a better version of Justin Fields.
Yeah, that's really what it is, though. If you really look at it.
I think Daniel Jones, he's good, but he's not $40 million a year good. That was the worst contract.
Oh my
yes,
God.
exactly.
That's terrible.
But that's just how the QB market is shaping up to be.
No, QBs are getting everything. I mean, look at Joe Burrow. He doesn't seem worth it. Like he obviously is, but he doesn't seem worth it now after 2 games.
He's got $60 million a year. Like,
yeah, well, my view for the quarterback market is you either have a guy that you need to pay that top dollar to, or you should just reset and get one of the the really cheap guys in the draft. Because your Super Bowl window is with a quarterback on a rookie deal. That's where most teams get their Super Bowls. So I think if you have a guy like Daniel Jones, there's no point in paying him at all. Especially you don't have a team around him yet, really.
Or like Brady, where it's a great quarterback taking like less money because he wants the team to
Exactly.
succeed.
Yeah, there's no reason to overpay a quarterback that does not deserve it. That's the worst thing you can do.
Carter, one thing I heard you say was like Daniel Jones shouldn't have been drafted where he was drafted, but let's say Dwayne Haskins was drafted in that spot. That's even worse. Because those are the two thinking about going in that spot to the Giants. And like,
yeah, that quarterback
It wasn't a
class
good year.
wasn't
Yeah,
a
it
good
wasn't a
year.
good year.
Kyler Murray, it was really Kyler Murray and Dwayne Haskins, career wise didn't pan out. I mean, God bless him. I mean, rest in peace and everything. But Daniel Jones, yeah, I mean, it seemed like he is the second best quarterback, and that's just how it is. So I don't think the Giants necessarily regret getting him. But do you seriously think, like, does anybody here think that Daniel Jones can take this team far with what this roster currently is? Because this
Especially
roster is
not
only
with Saquon.
yeah, this roster is
Yeah.
only
Or
like
especially
this
now that
because
Saquon's gone.
Daniel Jones took $160 million. They're going to get embarrassed on Thursday Night Football without Saquon Barkley.
And what a lot of people aren't putting into
who are they
perspective
playing?
is the NFC East has a really hard schedule this year. They
Yeah.
play the Bills, Chiefs, Niners. They play all of them, and so I think my ceiling for the Giants is 8 wins. I don't see them getting a playoff spot. I think
Agreed.
the Commanders, honestly, just with their defense, I think
Commanders
have a
look
better.
good. Sam Howell looks good.
Sam Howell, I think he's okay. I'm not gonna call him good yet, but I think they have a better shot at the playoffs based off of their defense. And if Chase Young stays healthy, which he probably will.
I think Jalen Hyatt was someone I want to point out. Jalen Hyatt looked pretty good. He looks like the deep set that they drafted him to be. He obviously caught those couple of deep balls, and he looks like exactly what they wanted. And obviously another he's I think over Daniel Jones, I think he's the reason that they're able to win that game.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Him and Darren Waller are the only people on that team besides Saquon, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Dexter Lawrence.
No, I'm saying
on the offensive side.
Oh,
Yeah.
Andrew Thomas.
Yeah, but who cares?
Yeah.
He's a top 3 tackle. He's amazing.
Jalen
He's
Hyatt.
not flashy, but he's great.
Jalen Hyatt only had 2 targets, but he had 89 yards.
He's a difference maker. That's what you need.
Yeah, that's all you need.
I'm finding around the league that people aren't giving the ball to the people on their team that are good, and I don't know why. Like Jahmyr Gibbs was not getting the ball.
Yeah,
Bijan Robinson I think he's the second most rushing.
He's a
yards
monster.
On a split with Tyler Algier. What are you doing?
They weren't
Bijan's
as
a
much.
monster.
No, it wasn't exact, but still.
He had like 22 touches.
Still, I think you feed him the entire game.
Still, but
That's what the Vikings are doing.
Well, the Falcons are good.
Yeah.
Like
I don't.
I don't know if they're. I think that
We'll get to
they
that
look
later.
good. Yeah,
their running game looks good.
Dude, they haven't. played
That's
anyone.
good, yeah.
I don't know any team that wins the Super Bowl with just a run
Oh,
game.
let me ask you each a question. I'm just curious. What were all of your favorite games from week 2?
Favorite games week 2.
I'll say mine personally. Might be a little biased, but I think it was the Ravens-Bengals game. Just personally, because I'm a Ravens fan, but it was a really good game.
Yeah.
The Ravens, they're the Kings of the North again. Lamar 7-1 against the Bengals in his career. And like people don't really realize that Lamar's not the one who's been playing the last 3 times against the Bengals. It's Tyler Huntley, and with Lamar, he's a difference maker. He had an amazing game, 237 yards, 2 touchdowns, 54 rushing yards. You don't really need more out of a quarterback. He was a great game manager, and he made the plays when we needed him to. So I just think that was like the best game, and it really showed that the Ravens offense can be something special this year. What are your thoughts?
Before week 2, I would have loved to tell you that the game of the week was going to be the Jacksonville and Chiefs, but it just wasn't. That game sucked.
No.
But after coming out, I was like glued to Falcons Packers. I think Jordan Love is so good. He's been. I think he's leading the league in passer rating for the first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
He doesn't have.
Yeah.
No, this game he didn't have Watson or Jones, so I think he's going to be good. And watching Bijan, that one play where he 3 straight jukes.
Oh my God.
Dude, he's crazy. He's crazy.
And like the 2 people he juked out at first had the same animation, like left foot, and right foot underneath. It was like that for like both. It was so funny.
I was telling people right when he came in, I when he got drafted, I was like, as soon as he gets drafted into the league, he's immediately a top 5 running back. Immediately, as soon as he steps on the field. And
I
people were
agree.
like, I don't know about that. That's not no. He's like it's because it's not just the running. He's an incredible runner. He can catch the ball. I don't know if you guys saw, this is way back, but in the preseason there was some ball that Desmond Ridder did not throw well, and he went up with one hand to grab it like that. It was
Desmond Ridder
awesome.
doesn't throw a lot of good balls. To be
No.
fair.
But when you have someone like Bijan, I think you'll be fine. When you have someone like Bijan, Kyle Pitts, and Drake London on the same
He doesn't
team,
use two of them. He
yeah.
doesn't throw it to Drake London or Kyle Pitts.
Loki, that's a really
Falcons'
good
offense is
offense.
weird.
Loki, that's like a very, very good core. Having
It
Kyle
works, but they just don't use their best players. It just
Yeah.
it weirds me out. Carter, what do you got?
Best game?
Yeah.
I thought the best game besides that was Eagles-Vikings. I thought the Eagles-Vikings was a fun game. And it's not even just because I'm a Viking. I mean, the Vikings lost, and I'm saying that. But I just thought it was a good game because like you could tell a lot about the two teams. Like I feel, I mean, one thing I'm saying the word like too much, but the Eagles' offensive line is just elite. It is. It's absolutely elite. It's a top 3 unit in the league. That's no debate. Potentially won by the end of the season. I think that the Eagles' offense, not that it's lost a step, but they need to, find a way to get the ball to their
It's
pass
the
catchers.
offensive coordinator.
Yeah,
He needs to learn
it's
how to
100%.
call plays.
Yeah, and then I just thought it was very questionable with the run options that they had with Jalen Hurts and when they were running him. That they need to figure out because
dude, the first quarter
that could get
you should
Hurts
have
hurt.
saw me. Dude, the first quarter. Listen, the Eagles' offense was almost. I think it's like 10%. Let's let Jalen run it like on purpose. We are built just to pound the rock and play off of that.
Yeah.
The play calling in that first quarter, I was looking at Twitter. Everyone was already calling for his head.
Yeah.
It was kind of crazy.
I mean, Eagles fans are.
Yeah, I told you guys episode 1, put DeAndre Swift on your fantasy teams. No one listened to me. Nobody listened to me. I think it's 27.
I tried trading for him before the game started. I'm not even kidding. I swear, I tried trading for him. It wasn't able to do it. But another thing about that game is the Vikings with the turnovers again. I just don't see them turning the ball over 3 times, 4 times a game every week. That doesn't happen. And a lot of people were like going after Kevin O'Connell about that. It gets to a point where it's just on the players. Like Kevin O'Connell can't get super glue and put it on the players' hands. Right. Okay? It's not how it works.
The Vikings offense was good. It was just the Eagles had those timely turnovers that allowed them to score more points. That's all.
I mean, Kirk Cousins,
Justin
Kirk was
Jefferson.
phenomenal.
Oh my god,
Kirk was phenomenal.
Jefferson was going nuts. He had his revenge game on Slay for sure. Yeah. I love Addison. I think Addison's going to be like top 10 next year. That's how high I'm on Addison.
Was that offensive line an improvement against the Eagles or not?
The Vikings offensive line?
Yeah.
It surprisingly played better, even though they were down 2 starters. They were down their best starter, left tackle Darisaw. They even at one point had their 3rd string left tackle in. And then they were down their starting center. They did just sign Dalton Reisner. And I think that's going to help them out a lot because their interior offensive line still stinks. And I think they're going to beat the Chargers next week because, I mean, if you just take these turnovers, these timely turnovers in the end zone on a nice punt return, just Alexander Madison dropping the ball, Kirk Cousins getting blindsided. The left tackle didn't even block the pass rusher.
Josh Sweat's is that good.
Yeah. I mean, Kirk is playing fantastic. Jefferson's playing fantastic. If you at least cut these turnovers in half, this team is winning football games, no doubt.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the Vikings. I think they're going to be in the playoffs at the end of the day. I think
are the Vikings going to be the best
0-2
team?
Yes.
I only say yes right now because Joe Burrow's health is in question. I would say the Chargers are better because Justin Herbert's so good, but Brandon Staley holds them back. Even if the Chargers beat the Vikings, I don't care. It's clearly obvious the Chargers need to move on from Staley.
Brandon Staley being a defensive coach and their defense being atrocious year after year is just insane. They bring in an offensive volume. Yeah, they bring in an offensive coach and Herbert goes off this year. I mean, he's always been going off, but he's like seems even better. I cut you off, Andrew.
Does anyone know what the Chargers like betting line was? Because I did not think the Titans.
It was like minus. Who are they playing?
Titans in Tennessee.
I'm pretty sure they're like minus 200 because I had that.
Yeah. But one game that's interesting you didn't mention, Seahawks Lions. I thought that was an amazing game. It was a
Yeah.
shootout, so
That
entertaining.
was surprising.
Yeah.
That's where
My
like. Go ahead, Rudra.
I was saying, real quick before you get to that game, I just want to get mine in. The
Oh.
Niners Rams. That one was
that was
actually really
I
entertaining.
told you all about the Rams. Rams are real. The
The
Rams,
Rams,
10-7
I,
Rams.
I will give you that they look real. I won't give you that I trust them yet. Puka Nacua seems to be the second coming of Cooper Kupp somehow.
that's crazy.
And then, but being able, after seeing the Niners do what they did to the Steelers, we now know Steelers aren't that good. But the Steelers defense was good. Maybe
Steelers
not
defense
firstly,
is
but
good.
yeah.
Steelers
but
offense is terrible.
Yeah. But seeing what the Rams were able to do, even against that Niners defense, which is probably the second best in the league after the Cowboys, it's I don't know. I think a lot Rams went up a lot in people's power rankings this week.
Yeah.
100%. What game were we about to do? Seahawks Lions?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
my
a
thing.
cool-
I was so high in the Lions coming in, and we see Seahawks struggled week 1, and then the week 2, I'm like, are the Lions still the Lions, or are they gonna get better from there? They're still the Lions.
It was the defense though.
I
The
don't
Lions
know.
defense is not good. It's not good. And now they lost C.J. Gardner-Johnson. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't
they
want to
lost
see him get hurt.
That's why it
But-
wasn't good. But
It's not going to get better. He's gone.
Yeah,
Personally,
but
I think Jared Goff is the real deal. Like he might have thrown his
Goff is good. No doubt.
he played very well, 80% passing, 121 rating. But Geno Smith, like we were talking about him last week a little bit. I thought like he was gonna have a fall off year maybe a little bit. He looked good again, and I think he last year wasn't a fluke at all.
nah, Gino needs to play for his money at this point. You know, after the 7 years he was sitting on the bench, he can't
Right.
afford to have a couple bad games in a row.
Yeah.
Jared Goff getting close to that record though, and throwing that pick, that's gotta suck for him. He
Pick
got
six,
pretty
too.
far. He's third
He
now.
was he was like 30 snaps away, I think.
Yeah.
Or 30 throws. Yeah.
It was an announcer's jinx. They
I
said
love
that-
that.
They loved him.
Yeah. He was it after they said that he threw it, or
I think.
No, but
I think
they
they
said it
mentioned
before
it,
the game.
but then they showed
They
the
said-
graphic after.
Yeah.
I just
But
want to
yeah.
say, Andrew. Oh, sorry. I didn't want to cut you off.
No, you're
Say
good.
what you're going to
Go
say. I was going to say, Andrew, Lions are not getting more than 10 wins. I hope you know this.
Nah, they're
That
getting
division, they're getting
getting
6 wins from the division.
They're
Probably
not
6.
Yeah,
Four.
they're not
They'll
two.
get
They'll
4.
split
They'll
with
get
Minnesota
4.
and they'll split with Green Bay.
Yeah,
They're not.
and gonna
They're
sweep
not
the
winning.
Bears.
They're winning 10 at most. 10 wins at most.
11.
Yeah.
11.
Yeah. What's up
Let's
next? Were we doing those tiers that Rudra drafted up?
Yeah. What is redeemed?
Oh, I would say that was part of the Giants. Like, is your faith in the Giants redeemed? We didn't
Never
even hit
had
on
faith.
that. Is your faith
Never
in the
had faith.
Giants redeemed? I mean, at the beginning of the what's it called? Before the season started, everyone was saying the Giants are going to be great. Is your faith in the Giants redeemed after that comeback?
There's
No, I knew
no
the Giants
way.
were trash.
Yeah, there's
Were
no way you
people
can have faith in the Giants when they were down 0-60 in their first 6 quarters, especially down to those teams. I mean, Dallas, it's fine. You can have a day like that against Dallas. They're the real deal. But going down 20-0 against the Cardinals, Jonathan
probably the
Gannon's
worst team in
team,
the league.
you can't have that. Can't have that.
Wait,
With Josh Dobbs.
Yeah.
Josh Dobbs might he's like a top 20 quarterback this year.
Yeah, he
already.
doesn't look
Barely.
bad, honestly.
He's been cooking. But it struck me when you said like everyone was expecting the Giants to be so good. I didn't really hear much buzz about them this offseason.
Did you really not? I had a lot of people.
The Giants one. I heard a lot
Oh,
about
you
that.
did? Oh.
Yeah,
I
I also don't know why. I don't. It was probably mostly Giants fans making a lot of noise.
It is.
It's probably because of the Darren Waller trade and they got Hyatt. So they got excited for the offense.
Should we
I
do
suppose, but
should we do our overreaction or non-overreactions now, and then we'll do the power list?
Yeah, we could do that.
All right. So who
All right.
wants to start?
You're running it. Andrew, you're running this, I thought.
Oh yeah. All right, so just tell me each. We'll explain it after, but each of you, after I say it, you tell me if it's an overreaction and not overreaction.
Okay.
The Rams will have 10 wins this season.
Not an overreaction.
overreaction.
I think it's a slight overreaction. Slight now, because that team looks well coached, and that's not surprising to Sean McVay.
Okay, and then my second one is the Buccaneers with Baker Mayfield will make the playoffs.
Overreaction. By far.
I agree.
Is there like a push? Because that division is winnable. That's me.
The division's winnable.
That's my thing.
The Saints are going to outclass them.
I don't know. I think the Falcons.
I don't think it's an
Saints don't look that
overreaction.
good.
I honestly
don't think it's an
overreaction.
overreaction
I think the Falcons. I think the Falcons are going to win that division.
The Falcons and the Saints are probably like in odds around even.
I don't know. I think Baker
But-
looks good. I think Baker looks good with that offense that he has.
He looks better than Deshaun.
I just trust Derek Carr.
I don't. I'm the opposite. I don't understand why people trust Derek Carr.
I've always
he looks
trusted Derek Carr.
terrible.
No, he doesn't.
Yes,
Looks
he does.
terrible.
Looks all
Well,
right.
not terrible, but like he didn't look good for sure. He did not look good.
We'll see when Alvin Kamara comes back. That's going to be the thing.
That's
He
true.
has
That's
Michael
fair.
Thomas and Chris Olave. Like
Yeah,
if you-
but no,
if you
I'm
can't-
talking.
How long is Michael Thomas gonna last?
Jamal Williams looks worse than Najee Harris. Like
Jamal Williams
by
is
a
never
lot.
good. He's got the ball in the one.
Jamal Williams had like 20 touchdowns last year.
Yeah,
Jamal Williams with the Lions was incredible.
Yeah, Jamal Williams is a goal line merchant.
Yeah, he was the king of the goal line.
He ate too much. He can't even get to the line anymore.
All right, so who wants to go next? Or should I just name them?
Yeah,
You-
just
you can-
keep naming them
You
off.
just rattle them off.
So Carter's are the Giants are legit. Is that
No.
Overreaction right now.
Overreaction.
Right now.
It is
Absolutely.
overreaction. That's why I said that. That's what I'm hearing. I don't personally believe that,
Yeah, I know.
but
Oh.
everyone is saying, "Oh, the Giants came back 20-0." Yeah, against the worst team in the NFL.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No.
To be fair to the Cardinals, they are playing like up to competition. They're not playing like their roster is, but they're talent-wise by far the worst team.
In the NFL, you're
I
not gonna
guarantee
find
you,
many.
Week 7, the Giants are 2-5.
I can see
Guarantee it.
I'll make another
Never-
bet.
Tough schedule. Oh, another one.
They will
Okay,
not
what
be
is it?
2-5. They will not be 2-5 week 7.
Oh.
What
Okay,
do
well,
you
I mean,
think?
dude, that one's so hard to like.
Yeah, you can't make a bet on that.
Like they
He's
tied.
just trying to
so-
take our money.
Yeah.
What do y'all think of all 0-2 teams are finished?
It's overreaction. You got the Bengals, you got the
Absolutely not.
Vikings.
I know.
There's a bunch of really good teams that are.
I got my Pats. I'm still a believer.
I'm big on the Pats now, especially after watching the Dolphins game.
I'm a believer in them. They are atrocious in the first half. They
the Pats
destroy
might have
themselves. But
The Pats might have had the toughest schedule for the first 2 weeks, and they were in both games.
Yeah, they gave.
also, we had our first week. We had 2 of our offensive linemen out. This week we had one out as well as our starting receiver Jonathan Jones, who is probably our second fastest corner on the team. And might I say, Christian Gonzalez. Oh my God, this dude's gonna be like
He's so
incredible.
good.
I don't know how they let him fall.
He had Tyreek Hill, not exactly on lock, but as much of a lock as you can have for a
What
rookie corner.
were the Commanders thinking? Not taking
Forbes is good,
Christian
though.
Gonzalez? He's
I don't
good,
know.
but Christian Gonzalez was the unanimous number 1 corner.
He was number 2. I think number
What
1
about
was
Seattle?
then?
Witherspoon.
Devon Witherspoon, yeah, but
Yeah.
other
But,
than that, he was.
Oh my,
Yeah.
I that draft, I swear to God, he was the person I wanted, even over Devon Witherspoon, because I trust Belichick hitting on upside for corners,
Especially with
So,
his
like,
skill set.
Yeah, and as soon as we got him, oh my, I lost my mind. I was like jumping up and down. Oh my God, I was so happy that he's gonna be amazing.
That's
I'm
like
so
me when the
excited for him.
Eagles drafted Devontae Smith. My whole dorm just started going crazy.
Yeah,
Okay, now on to Patrick's. Justin Fields is a bottom 3 QB.
that is not-
Underreaction. He's the worst quarterback in the league.
No, but did anyone see the graphic where he had the most wide open 2 receivers and he stepped into a sack?
I
He
saw
can't
so
read a
many
defense.
clips. I saw so
can't
many
read-
clips this
he
week
can't.
of him
You're right.
sitting in the pocket for like 12 seconds with guys right in front of him, and he would just run right into a defensive
And
tackle.
I don't know
and
what he's
people
doing.
Yeah, people
He's
still try to
regressing.
blame the O line. People still try to blame the O line because
Not,
they see
he runs
Well,
directly into defensive tackles.
It's not their fault that he sucks. He does suck, but other than that, O-line is also bad, and the coaching is also bad. I saw I was looking on X, whatever, to X Twitter, whatever it is. I was looking and I see someone do a little breakdown. I forget who it is, so I can't credit them. But if you see it, they were saying it's the worst offensive play calling and offensive design that has like ever happened. Like they have two people running corners, the exact same route right next to each other. That's not normal. People don't do that. They have two drags. And there was some part where he threw the pick six and who was it? Shaq Barrett came back for it. They ran three screens again and again and again on that third screen. Shaq Barrett said himself in the interview, yeah, they were in the same formation 3 times. We knew it was coming. And then he just pick sixed it. Like, what are you doing? It obviously Justin Fields is not good, but seeing like what is the future of the Bears? Honestly,
the Bears' future is always they have cursed quarterbacks. They never hit on quarterbacks. They never. I guess Jay Cutler is the best quarterback of all time, and that's not a good thing, you know.
Yeah.
Future of the Bears, I think they honestly, if Justin Fields does not improve, which I don't think he will,
He's not.
I think they might have to blow up the entire staff.
I think if Justin Fields is on a team that can develop quarterbacks, he
needs to get out of Chicago. Justin Fields is so talented, but Chicago is not the place for him.
But he doesn't trust his eyes. That's the thing. I saw Emmanuel Acho break down, and it was a breakdown saying like he does not trust his eyes, and he has to see it twice before he makes the actual throw. And then
that might be a coaching thing too, though.
Yeah, I know. But you saw it in Ohio State too. He was a one-read quarterback.
That's my whole thing with Fields.
He just had the receivers to get open. He cannot go to his second read, and that's the problem with him.
If his first read is not there, he's not making a play. He's just flat out, and people need to come to terms with this. I'm a Vikings fan, so I go on Twitter. I see, get ready for Justin Fields to be the king of the North. He's won one game in the division against the Detroit Lions, I think when they were like 1-13 or something. Okay?
Yeah,
Justin Fields is not a good quarterback. He's going to be just like Trey Lance is. He's going to be out of town very soon. And then Chicago's going to
Trey Lance is better than Justin Fields.
Trey Lance?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about that.
Better than Justin Fields?
No, but
Trey Lance could even win a starting job against Darnold and Purdy.
They didn't give him a chance. Brock Purdy took it from him.
He had a chance. He was in camp the entire time. Kyle Shanahan sitting there.
He got the backup. He didn't even get the backup spot. Darnold won over him.
Yeah, I wouldn't stoop that low for Fields.
No, but the thing with Fields, he's getting so much hype this offseason. I remember watching, I don't even remember what show it was, but they were saying that they're comparing him to Jalen Hurts and how DJ Moore is going to let him make that jump and how he's going to be better than Hurts.
No way.
What?
People were saying
that. Yeah, on I think it was Fox Sports on one of their talk shows. They're literally debating that. They're saying, is Justin Fields a poor man's Jalen Hurts?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Justin Fields couldn't even share the same locker room with Jalen Hurts. Okay,
no. I think,
and then he's.
Oh, you can go.
Okay, well, and then I don't know if you guys saw this at their press conference after their game this week. Justin Fields was blaming the OC. Again, at a certain point, yeah, the OC was not helping him out, but there was the videos of guys just wide open right down the seam, and he was just not heading it.
And I saw
you got to blame yourself as a quarterback.
I saw a comparison of how Kirk Cousins took the press conference, and he blamed Justin Jefferson's fumble where he dove at the 1-yard line on himself for not leading him more to the end zone.
Exactly.
And then Justin Fields didn't even blame himself on not even hitting the most wide open guys. So
that's why I love Kirk. It's so hard to hate him.
No, you can't.
It's really hard to hate Kirk.
You can meme on Kirk Cousins all you want, but you can't hate the guy.
Oh, I'm critical of the guy, but I mean he's just so likable.
Yeah, and he's good. He's good.
Yeah, he does his job.
Yeah, but I think one thing the Bears could do in order to play to Justin Fields' strengths is have him roll out more, design rollout passes, let him hit guys because he can make a throw, and when you have a rollout pass, you're only making one read. So you're either throwing it to the guy that's open or you're running. And
he has a good arm. He just doesn't use it.
Yeah. I think they need to roll him out, designed rollouts more, but let's go to the
I would like to see some design rollouts from that offensive coordinator.
I'd like to see them run it more with Fields too. Why are they going away from that?
I don't know.
That's what worked at the end of the year last year.
They were good at it, yeah. So now we're going to move to the next one. Are the Miami Dolphins the best team in the AFC?
Yes.
That's mine. So I think they are.
I think that's not an overreaction.
I
I
don't
think they
think so.
absolutely
I,
are.
I think it's I don't think it's an overreaction because like people can think that, but I think right now as a team, like if I had to pick, I would pick a fully healthy Ravens roster over the
My
Dolphins
God.
right now.
Oh my God.
Also,
my
my
No way.
Fully healthy Baltimore. My Look at Baltimore's defense. That
No, I
defense is legit. Okay, and I'm not saying Miami's offense isn't legit, but Baltimore still finds a way to run the ball with whoever. Okay,
Yeah.
they do. That O line, when healthy, is a top 10 unit most likely. Lamar's I'd say it's a top 5 quarterback playing right now. How he's been playing, the receiving, Zay Flowers is legit. Mark
Yes,
Andrews is legit. This is
Odell needs to get
Lamar
healthy.
finally has wide receivers.
Who
Finally
saw
has
Nelson
receivers.
Aguilar? Nelson Aguilar.
Great too. Aguilar's been good.
Yeah.
Nelson
Of
Aguilar.
course,
I think it's
he always starts good.
Ravens Dolphins. I think it's 1A 1B.
But like when Marlon Humphrey and Marcus Williams are back, that secondary is going to be elite.
That's my thing. Like
Who saw Brandon Stevens, the 4th-round rookie, lock up Jamar Chase? 5 catches, 35 yards. Who saw
That was
Rocket?
crazy. I thought that was crazy.
Did
That was
anyone see
crazy.
Rocket Sin like on a goal line fade to Jamar Chase? He literally caught it,
Yeah.
and then Rocket Sin just ripped it out. Like having guys make plays who aren't supposed to be like the main guys on the team. That's what you need, and the Ravens' depth just looks really good right now.
The Ravens just have to hope for a healthy Lamar at the end of the day.
Yeah.
That's always what the reality is. At some point,
If Lamar's
Lamar's
healthy,
probably
they
going to
win.
get down.
I think that they're awesome, and they're my 2A and 2B, but I think that just having the offense that and after watching that Dolphins game, it's not just like having good players on offense, it's Mike McDaniel and how smart he is. After Sean McVay, might be the smartest offensive mind in football right now. The way he was able to he was running the football in between the tackles on Belichick. That doesn't happen. That's not allowed.
And dude,
Belichick
the way they use Tyreek is unstoppable.
It's crazy. And whenever they can't use Tyreek, they just run the ball, and they have success with that. They have outside zone, they win. Inside zone, they win. Waddle has the ball sometimes. Tyreek has the ball sometimes. Devon Achane was destroying the Patriots defense, which I think they're top 5 for sure. I think they're top 3. Like their offense, I think, is like just unstoppable. Honestly.
Okay, one thing. Devon A-Chain, he only had 2 touches, but I do get your point.
Well, both of his touches were
4 and 5 yards.
Yeah.
But
I have a question.
Yeah, he'll be good. He'll be good.
Fully healthy Ravens team versus fully healthy Dolphins team. Who wins it? Fully healthy.
Take it.
100%.
Taking
We'll see it
Dolphins with
I would
Jalen
take the
Ramsey.
Dolphins.
Week 16.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Week
They
17.
won't be fully healthy.
They're not
We all
going to
know
be healthy.
I know.
No, none of them all will be.
But when
know
the Dolphins
that.
get Jalen Ramsey, oh my God, they're going to be good.
I think Jalen Ramsey's
I
going to be a little overrated.
Well, he is going to be
He's
a
still
little
Jalen
overrated,
Ramsey.
but it's still Jalen Ramsey.
He'll be
yeah.
good. He'll be good. Yeah, he'll be
Yeah.
good. But I think the expectations are too high because he's a household name.
How is a 31-year-old running back going 6.7 yards per carry on 18 touches, getting 2 touchdowns?
Is that
Against
Mostert?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It's because he's so fast.
Yeah,
That's all
And
it is.
Pats were sitting in cover 3 all game because Tyreek Hill. And
Yeah.
usually we can stop the run with our linebackers, but again,
You have to give up
Mostert's
something when you're
so
going against
fast.
Tyreek.
Like he was running past everyone.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna move on to whose haven't I done yet? Rudra's.
Rudras.
So we're gonna do Bryce Young is the worst quarterback drafted in the first round this year. Overreaction or not overreaction?
As of right
Not
now,
an
I guess
overreaction.
that's not an
I don't
overreaction.
think it is.
It had to be starting
saw-
because Will Levis.
Who
doesn't
saw
play.
Yeah.
the clip of him lining up behind the guard?
Yeah.
Over like that just shows you how nervous he is. Like he just
Now my
his
boy
nerves-
Kirk did that once. I mean, that just happens. I don't think it's nervous.
Yeah, but he did it in his second game ever. Kirk did it in
Listen-
like his 150th. Like there's a
Listen,
difference.
I still think Bryce. I still think he's going to be really good, but he just may not have a good rookie year. You know that happens. I think he's going to be better than C.J. Stroud, but right now
CJ Stroud right now
just
looks
commanding
better.
the
You know
offense
who
better.
looks great?
Anthony Richardson.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. And it's not just that he's great. He's missing what Trey Lance could have had, where Trey Lance has all the talent and stuff, but Anthony Richardson, you've seen all the reports. He is working hard.
Yeah.
And that's like what
Well, they named
a
him
lot of these people are missing.
He just needs to protect himself.
Yeah.
And they're playing to his strengths. That's what the Bears aren't doing with Justin Fields. Like, they're playing to Anthony Richardson's strengths. He was only like available for the first like quarter and a half, I think, against the Texans, and he scored 2 rushing touchdowns. The team, they still won the game, but like Gardner Minshew is a good backup quarterback.
Well,
but
I'd also say that Anthony Richardson is definitely in the best situation for a rookie quarterback because they got Stain Steichen, who was the Eagles OC last year.
That's why they're
as their head
playing well.
coach. Yeah, and I mean they don't have bum receivers; they have like solid receivers. But dude, that Shane is just so good. He's probably the reason why the Eagles clicked all year last year, and him having a guy with AR's talent is honestly scary for the league.
what do you think of letting a quarterback throw 47 passes in his second game?
Is that CJ?
CJ, yeah.
What else are they going to do?
Let it
Yeah,
rip.
honestly, Texans
They have
are.
to.
Hey, Nico Collins. Nico Collins was good. So was Tank Dell.
Yeah, I like Tank Dell a lot.
I think CJ Stroud is going to be the first Ohio State quarterback to actually come out of Ohio State and be good. Like I'm high on CJ Stroud. I think he's.
Can I give you guys
good.
a fun statistic?
Of course.
Little fun stat. So, speaking of Ohio State quarterbacks, Justin Fields has 0 300 passing yard games. He has 25 starts. CJ Stroud has 2 starts and already has 1.
Yeah. Doesn't he have 2? CJ Stroud passed
1.
for 3. You sure? Oh, you're right.
What do you pass for in week 1?
It was close.
No.
It was high. I think he just threw it a ton too. But yeah, CJ
1.
Stroud already is throwing the ball better than Fields.
But,
yeah, I can see the Texans being really good in like 2 years. You have to give time for them to get some guys in there.
We all thought their receivers and stuff were bad. Doesn't look bad.
You gotta give D'Amico some time. I believe in D'Amico Ryans.
I agree.
And the feel good story of what's his name again? The rookie from Alabama who had cancer.
John Metechie?
Yeah.
John
Metechie, I think.
Yeah.
He needs to come back too.
He just came back last game, had his first catch, but I think he'll be the real deal too. So they have some young weapons and they'll be good.
They have
It's got to develop it.
He has Robert Woods, Nico Collins, Tank Dell, and John Mechie. They've built a good receiving core for him.
Yeah.
Who's their running? They have Damian Pierce too. They have honestly good
I like
offense.
Pierce.
But their O-line can't do anything.
Yeah, no, they have to fix that.
Their O-line's bad. Their defense, they don't have the guys besides.
It's obviously still a rebuild, but it looks like the Texans are heading in the right direction.
And then the last one is the Bengals will be 3rd or 4th finishing in the AFC North.
Overreaction. I think you gotta let Burrow get healthy.
Who do you think are like be the standings of the AFC North?
I think right now it's gonna be Ravens, Bengals, Browns, Steelers, especially with Nick Chubb.
I agree.
I honestly don't know if it's an overreaction because if you again, Deshaun Watson was not good, but both of those defenses, Steelers and Browns, look awesome. Both of those defenses look crazy. So, and those defenses going against what the Bengals are playing like now, I think they would have real success. I don't know how well the offenses would do, but again, I don't think it's an overreaction solely because you don't know what the offenses would do. If they do good, then I think they could beat the Bengals because of those defenses.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but the Bengals always get off to a slow start. Didn't they start?
No, they do.
Year?
They did.
They did.
Yeah. So I'm not.
Joe
really
Burrow didn't have a calf injury though last year.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it 2 weeks until I really give my judgment on the Bengals.
I seriously think
I think
the
2 weeks
Bengals-
into anything.
I think the Bengals are in serious danger of missing the playoffs, especially with how loaded the AFC is.
Wow.
If Burrow's calf doesn't get right and he still looks like the way he's looking, this team is not making the playoffs, and a lot of people are going to be disappointed in Cincy. And I do think it's tough to put Cleveland above them. Cleveland was like my dark horse team because like if you look at that roster on paper, it's a good roster. But with Nick Chubb not there, I mean that's like the heart and soul of the team. It really is.
That's the engine.
I know Kenny Pickett doesn't look good, but we know this. Pittsburgh always finds a way to have a winning record. Do they not?
Can we put the blame on Matt Canada?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's fair.
He just doesn't throw an accurate ball at times.
That's true too.
And he lets himself get sacked a lot. He's not the fastest.
And Najee Harris doesn't know how to hit a hole.
So Carter, did you say if is it an overreaction or is it not an overreaction?
I would say. So is it them finishing third?
Third or
Third
fourth.
third or fourth.
I would say it's not an overreaction.
I agree. And Patrick, so let me ask you this because these are two teams you seem both high on. They play week 3, Bengals Rams. Who you got? If the Bengals start 0-3, then they're not going to make the playoffs. But if the Rams start 1-2, they're probably not going to get their 10
Well,
wins.
the thing is, the Bengals at the end of that game looked like they figured out the offense a little bit,
a little bit.
but the Rams haven't been struggling with that. So I think based off of that,
Puka
I think
Nacua
the
has not
Rams
been
might.
struggling.
Yeah, Puka has not been struggling. I think based off of that,
it's in Cincy.
in Cincy, it doesn't matter. I think the Rams are going to pull it out.
So,
I just the way
too.
they're looking right now, the Rams are looking much better than the Bengals are.
okay. So Bengals starting
Yeah.
0-3, you genuinely think they'll still finish second in the division?
Especially with Cleveland, I think they can with the talent, and Joe Burrow's can get healthier every week. I'm not really that concerned about that. But if the Rams do beat them, it's a little bit more concerning. But they have the talent at the end of the day to make a run.
So they play the division winners from last year in the AFC. So they have the Jaguars, the Bills, and the Chiefs. They got to play. They also have to play the 49ers, the Seahawks.
Hold on. Did you just say they play the Jags and then the Bills and then who else?
No, not all in a row.
Chiefs.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
general,
because they might start off like
you confuse that with the Eagles schedule later on.
So the Ravens schedule is really difficult too. They got all the same teams because they're in the same division. So
yeah,
it's going to be interesting. So let's move on to the power rankings tiers.
Yeah, Rudra, what are these rankings you drafted up?
all right, hold on. Here we go. Oh,
Let me pull it up.
formatting got weird. Let me pull it back up real quick. There we go. So, mind if I share my screen?
Of course. Please
pull
do.
that right up. I have been
Give me
disabled
that
from
screen.
sharing my screen.
Oh, do I have to share it with you somehow?
No, can you just
here,
give me access?
Try it now. Maybe not.
Yeah, there we go. All right.
You got it? Cool.
Yep. All right, so let me pull this up real quick. If you can see, this right here is my rankings. I have Super Bowl favorites: Niners, Eagles, Cowboys, Dolphins.
Zoom it in.
All right. Sec. I don't know what the heck happened. Okay, there we go.
There you go.
There we go. So we've got Niners, Eagles, Cowboys, and Dolphins as our Super Bowl favorites. Next up is our Super Bowl contenders, teams that maybe aren't the favorites, but they absolutely have a chance. Yeah, Ravens, Chiefs, Jags, and Bills. Playoff teams. These are definitely playoff teams, but maybe they don't really have the chance. They made believers of me. I have Rams, Chargers, Bengals, Lions, Seahawks, and Vikings. Next up, we have our wild cards. These are our teams that going into a wild card spot could do anything, could suck, whatever. Giants, Steelers, Browns, Packers, Bucks, Falcons, Raiders, Titans, my Pats, and the Saints. These spoilers, this is a category that I stole a little bit from TFG, saying that they can, if they go up against anyone, they can beat them. They always have a chance to beat someone. Broncos, Panthers, Colts, Jets, you saw the Commanders. They looked good. And then Caleb Williams, watch, obviously, Cardinals, Texans, and Bears. Obviously, not saying the Texans would draft Caleb Williams, but
honestly, I don't really have any problems with this. I really don't.
So the one problem. Go on. No, you got it.
All right. Well, the thing about the Chiefs, they have not looked good at all this season, in my opinion. But you have to keep them up there just based off of history.
Patrick Mahomes.
You know?
I keep him up there because Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. You have to keep them up there until proven otherwise. It's just like right now the Chiefs are not looking like the Chiefs.
They were in my Super Bowl favorites. I brought them down because of how they haven't.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
So Rudra, I have one question. Are they in order from left to right in each tier?
No. It's just tiered.
So the one thing I would change, there's actually just a couple. I would change the Chargers with the Packers. I think the Packers have looked a lot better. I think the Chargers defense is not stopping anyone. So I would change.
But do you
And I would
trust
also-
Justin Herbert or Jordan Love more? That's
Honestly, right now,
Jordan Love.
I like
Jordan
Jordan Love.
And then
No, that's wild.
I don't know about that one.
That's wild.
And
It's
then
more
I
I don't
would-
trust Brandon Staley. He is terrible.
Yes, you could say that.
Yeah.
and then I would change the Raiders with the Commanders.
Raiders have looked good. Obviously, they didn't play great against the Bills. But
38-10.
Bills are. Yeah, I know,
Dude,
but Bills are a very, very good team. Bills' first game should not have happened. Bills are a very, very good team, or a very
The
good
thing with the
roster.
Commanders is they're going to run into the Cowboys and the Eagles
Yeah.
4 times this year. So that's the problem with the Commanders. They're going to have to split those with both of them
Fine.
to honestly get a wild card spot.
Well, I would at least put the Steelers and the Spoilers. They don't look like they'd be a potential wild card.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, I don't think
See,
the Steelers are making
The only
playoffs
reason
this
I
year.
put them in the potential wild card is because that AFC North is such a toss up between the last 3 teams. Bengals, Steelers, Browns. Browns seem to be right now the Browns seem to be the best of the bunch. Bengals could be there, but honestly I think Bengals are bad enough and or not Bengals, sorry, Browns offense is bad enough and Bengals could look bad enough where I think Steelers somehow, Mike Tomlin being the coach, I think they could somehow end up taking the second spot, so that's why I put them there.
Yeah.
Okay. And then also I wouldn't change this, but I noticed how you put the team that beat another team below them. You put the Titans below the Chargers.
I don't believe
I
in the
did.
Titans. I kind of agree with that.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree with that.
I
Oh, go. You're good.
I was saying Titans, sure, they beat the Chargers, but again, I think I trust the Chargers more because I always look at the quarterback and say, honestly, at the end of the game, it comes down to them. You want the offense on the field at the end of the game. They're the ones throwing it. They're trying to get it down the field. Mahomes, 13 seconds, won a game. It comes down to quarterback, and I trust I trust Herbert miles above Tannehill.
Tannehill's not going to be the starting quarterback at the end of the season. I fully believe.
I don't think so either.
I don't know. He was extremely efficient. He was
efficient.
Yeah, but then he's going to have
He
more
was.
games where he throws 3 picks, and he's a wide receiver in college again. So
Maybe.
I want to say
20
this.
for
This
24, 246 and a touchdown. He might
is a
have-
good tier list.
Yeah, I agree.
Thank you.
I
Thank you.
would-
I
I was gonna say I have my couple of things I would do. I think Super Bowl favorites should always be 4 teams because 2 in the NFC, 2 in the AFC. I would swap Baltimore or Philly. Right now, for now, I would swap Baltimore and Philly because then you'd have Baltimore and Miami, AFC, Dallas and San Fran, NFC.
Carter's
So
just
put
butthurt at
Philly
the
down to
Eagles Vikings game.
You know that's fair. You know that's fair.
I'll take it into consideration for this next week. The problem is that I gotta look. It's week 2, so I gotta look a little bit into last year. I don't know for sure. It's been 2 weeks. I don't know. This week 3
I
could
agree.
absolutely put.
But I think it's good because the top 4 are 100% the top teams in the NFL. Right?
That's what I was thinking.
That's why I'm I agree with you to the fact that it should be 2 on each conference, is because that's how it works. But those are the best 4 teams in the NFL.
I think it's I love that it's 3 NFC teams and then such a drop off until the next NFC team even comes up.
That's how NFC is always top heavy. I don't know why, but that's how it's always been.
AFC is such a top toss up. Obviously, you have the top ones where you have the top 5 or honestly, there's top 5 right there. The last 2 spots, the last 2, maybe even last 1 spot is going to be a real fight between the last couple of people.
Yeah. So I did want to ask this question, but then I looked at the schedule for next week, and there's not a single good game.
Really?
Good
Dude,
game.
I'm gonna
Battle
stop
of the
sharing now
Undefeated.
if that's
Eagles,
okay with you guys.
Buccaneers.
If you're done
Yeah,
looking
you're
at
good,
this.
you're good.
All
The
right.
best game might be Giants versus 49ers.
That's going to be a terrible game.
Really?
These are all horrible games. Patriots, Jets, maybe, but that's not going to be too entertaining. I'm not going to lie. The game
I
looking
don't know,
for-
man. That team can keep it entertaining because they in that first half might get 6 picks in that first half by how they play in the first half.
But the game I'm looking forward to watching the most is Falcons Lions. But other than that, I don't think there's a single good game this
Hey,
week.
Battle of the Undefeateds, Monday Night Football, Eagles and Buccaneers. It's going to be a blowout.
It's gonna be
I hope
such
so.
a
The Eagles are letting teams stay with them, so maybe not.
I think
Yeah.
Vikings Chargers is a good game considering they're both.
No, that's a good game. If
I think that will be a good game.
Yeah, that's
the
good.
Chargers really need a win, and the Vikings also should really get a win. You know?
That is gonna be what we call a complete shootout. Like there's
Yeah,
gonna be
no defense played in that game at all.
It's just gonna Saints Packers too. That might be interesting.
I think the Packers should win that one.
You know, my dark horse good game could be the Commanders Bills. Based on how the Commanders looked this past week and how the Bills looked the first week, not the second week. Bills were great second week. If they're how they looked that first week, the Commanders might actually have a shot.
If the Commies defense can make Josh Allen look like week 1 Josh Allen, then it's a good game. Other than that, the Bills should win by 20 points. Just
that Giants Niners game it's gonna be fun to watch if you're a Niners fan. Oh my god!
It's Giants without Saquon, they're gonna get blown out.
Yeah, they're done.
I think would it be wrong to say it's going to be worse than the Cowboys game against the Giants?
It could be because I think the Niners are better.
Yeah,
but I don't know because the Cowboys have more weapons. The Cowboys have a better offense. I think.
You think the Cowboys have a better offense than the 49ers?
Yeah,
I would agree.
I do.
Really? Even I don't know. I don't agree because
the only difference is CMC, but I like the Cowboys receivers more. And Tony Pollard's still really good.
I'll give you that.
Kittle doesn't do enough as a receiving threat anymore for me.
Yeah, even though how much I hate Dak, he's better than Brock Purdy.
Well, yeah. Who'd you say doesn't do more? Who'd you say doesn't do as much, Carter?
I don't think Kittle does enough as he used to. He's still good.
Yeah. No, I don't think he gets the targets. I honestly don't think he gets as much targets as he should.
It's targets, and he's another guy that always gets hurt.
Purdy looks for Ayuk and I guess Debo the most.
Yeah.
Ayuk, he really had an amazing year last year once Brock Purdy started starting the games, and so far this season he's been really good. So,
should we get in?
What do y'all think of Sam Howell? Real quick.
Sam Howell he looks like he can be very good. I'll say that much. I don't know.
Coming out of college, Sam Howell in his second last year at UNC, he was going to be the number 1 pick until he had that one bad year. So honestly, he has all the talent in the world to be that franchise quarterback. The Commanders' offensive line is not going to help him be that, though. That's the only problem, I think.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to
last thing. Which 2-0 teams are fraudulent? I guess I could just name mine real quick. I guess I don't have really one. I guess I changed my mind about this. My only one team I think are frauds is the Falcons.
Okay. I would agree with that. I would put the Saints above them though. I have such distrust for Derek Carr. I don't trust him at all.
Yeah. Well, my one thing with the Falcons. Wait, let me say this.
No, you got it.
Is I really don't believe in Ritter that much. He's not a quarterback I think is going to win you a lot of games, especially if you see who he's passing to. He doesn't utilize his best targets, and they haven't played anyone yet. They barely beat Green Bay without their top 2 playmakers. I mean, I'm really high on Green Bay, but they didn't have Christian Watson, they didn't have Aaron Jones, and they beat them by 1. So I'm really not that high on the Falcons. I think you can see them start to slip, even though Bijan's going to be a beast the rest of the year. They're going to be competitive, but they're not going to be playoffs.
I think they have the best running game in football, though.
I would agree with that.
2 good running backs. Use them both.
They have the best running back duo. I don't think they have the best running
game. Yeah, that might be the Eagles. Maybe the Eagles. Yeah.
Just based off of offensive line. That's the only reason why I'm saying that.
Desmond Ritter, I feel like he's a clone of Mariota. They play the exact same way.
Yeah.
Mariota might run it a little bit more, but that's I watch them play and I think it's the same person. I'm like, wait, Mariota's back on the Falcons? Thought it was on the Eagles.
He distributes better, at least I think. He gets the ball to, his receiving options more efficiently, but it's not that big of a gap.
Who?
Yeah.
Mariota or Ritter?
Ritter does.
Oh, yeah. So, for me, my fraudulent 2-0 teams, I think, are the Buccaneers and the Commanders.
I don't think the Commanders are frauds at all. Just
because of the defense. That's the only that was the second team I had. I'm like, the defense is legit. I can't play them as frauds.
They gave up 33 points to the Broncos.
Yeah, but if you watch them, dude, but it's the last second Hail Mary that got them 7 points or 6 points.
Yeah. I guess, but
not to mention atrocious calls all all of that
Yeah.
entire day. Oh my
If
god.
you if you watch their defense, they're for real.
Yeah. But for the Bucks, I just don't think Baker Mayfield is gonna. He always like whenever he joins a new team, he's good for 2 games, and then he like just falls off the cliff. Like, did you see him last year with the Rams?
Yeah.
He didn't practice like at all. He practiced for 3 days. He starts the game. He goes
Baker
off.
Mayfield is an amazing guy for auditions.
Yeah,
But he's not good long term.
that's why he's good in commercials. We noticed
Guess
that.
so. Yeah.
I want him to succeed though. I don't think he's fraudulent
Yeah.
because he has good stuff, and it's part of me just wants him to succeed.
But
Yeah, I do like Baker.
why is he given so many more chances than so many other quarterbacks who've fallen off the map? Maybe because he was the first overall pick, but like
It's not even that. It's Baker Mayfield. The reason why he was the first overall is because it wasn't like anything special about him. It was just like how he plays. He plays like the same way. It's just can you get him to be consistent?
Yeah.
And right now he's playing consistent enough football, you know?
Yeah, he is. He's playing well. He's not turning the ball over, and that was like a big thing with him. He looks comfortable. You know, the first game he had against the Vikings, that first half he was terrible. Then in the second half, and you know, then on against Chicago, even though Chicago is really nothing, he is just able to convert on big moments at third down. Like they find a way when that ball needs to, you know, get a couple extra yards to get a first down. They find a way to do it. So I think that's where Baker is excelling right now. I think the real test is obviously Philly. Even if they lose, if they could just look competent, I'll be sold on them. But for now, I think they're a little fraudulent. I just think that NFC South is just a giant question mark right now, especially with
I agree.
It's been for the last 3
NFC
years.
South might be. I don't know if it's the worst.
They have 4 new
I went-
quarterbacks, new teams this season, and there's 3-3-0 teams, 2-0 teams, which is very like hard to imagine. But Baker, like I feel like this is the best receiving core he's ever played with. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. Like,
100%.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was gonna say. I think this is
people
the
thought
best
Mike Evans
supporting
would
cast.
fall off the map, but I feel like people thought Mike Evans would fall off the map 3 years ago, and he's still just been doing his thing.
No, I got Mike Evans at my flex and fantasy giving me 29 points. Like that's the best pickup of all time.
He's so good. He's always been good. He's the most consistent receiver league of all time.
Yeah. Who else needs to give out their fraudulent team?
Carter.
No, I'm saying the NFC South. I just think
The whole NFC South. Is
That's what
frauds.
that's what I was getting at. Like before, I'm like, how
Yeah.
can you really like? As I think Atlanta does look competitive. You know, my whole thing is that Ritter is just he's not like a game changer. When you see Desmond Ritter on the schedule, you're not. There's no fear.
You're not worried about it.
You're not worried about Desmond Ritter. You're worried about Bijan Robinson on that schedule. That's what you're worried about. And that defense is playing above its level too right now. My only thing with Atlanta as well is why can't you find a way to incorporate Kyle Pitts? Like he gets open. Like if you watch the games, he gets open. Why is Jonnu Smith getting the ball more than I just don't understand that.
I'm not even a Falcons fan, and that's like the most frustrating thing to me. Kyle Pitts is honestly probably top 3 talent at the tight end position, gets open all the time, and no one ever looks his way.
Trade him then. Like just trade the guy. And then with the Saints, like Derek Carr doesn't look any special either. You put Derek Carr in like that Jared Goff Cousins tier. And I think Derek Carr is worse than Kirk and he's worse than Goff. And I'd say he's a step above Tannehill and Jimmy G. But Carr just
I think Jimmy G's better than Derek Carr.
I know, yeah, that's fair. I'm not gonna argue that.
I'm a Derek Carr guy.
I would
like
prefer Carr, but there's nothing wrong with picking Jimmy G over.
They're like the same person, so it's really hard.
Derek Carr, he's made 2 clutch deep passes all season, but it's the reason why they've won.
The thing is, like
Rashid Shaheed.
If Derek Carr lost that game against Carolina, he was crying at the podium. We all knew that was going to happen.
Right.
Okay.
Oh my God! Did you see him on the sidelines? That annoys me so much. That's part of the reason I don't like him. I don't know. He's so emotional about everything.
It's a little too what happened. It is a little.
That's why I like him.
No, I love that he loves the game, but like it'll be the most random stuff he's crying about. Like, but I would say like the Saints, that defense is good. Jamal Williams is now out, and Alvin Kamara, as much as he's a good running back, he's in his twilight years. You know, he's
gonna
not
fall
what
off
he
soon.
used to be, and I think he'll be good enough as a receiving option. But where's the run game here? There's not a run game. And then when you go to Tampa Bay, you're just talking about Baker Mayfield and how he looks. Baker's not turning the ball over. If he could just not turn the ball over and play just average football, this team can win the division. 100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely. NFC
play
South is wide open.
Don't turn the ball over, play average football, and get the ball to Mike Evans. If they have like an above average run game, like if they're able to do that every now and then, they're gonna win football games with that defense.
Does anyone else got anything? Are we good?
I think we're good.
All from me.
Carter, anything else?
If the Vikings go 0-3 after Sunday.
Well, there's a good chance of that, but you're also playing Brandon Staley.
There's a good
so
chance
you'll probably
they
you'll
win.
probably win
There's a
at the
good
end.
chance they lose. So
Yeah, it's toss up.
Is Anthony Richardson starting against the Ravens?
I think he's out. His concussion, right?
He's in concussion protocol.
I'm honestly more scared about Gardner Minshew as a Ravens fan. I think he can tear
Oh,
up
shut
defense.
up! No way.
Gardner Minshew has his spurts. He can do.
He does,
offense.
but AR is such a threat both
He is.
ways. Can't say that.
Personally, if
like
we lose to the Colts,
I feel like the one team that would be able to stop Anthony Richardson would be the Ravens because they have a guy like Richardson, so they know how he plays.
I guess that's true.
if we end up losing to the Colts, I will find the one person at this school with a Colts hat, and I will wear it in the next podcast.
Okay.
So,
Andrew loves making the bets.
I like bets.
Yeah, I like losing my money too.
Yeah.
I wanted to wear a paper bag for this podcast, but I couldn't find one anywhere.
I wanted to wear a blue ski mask when I mentioned the Lions.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
Yeah.
I can't wait for when they're like 10-7 or 9-8.
11-6.
Alrighty. Well, I guess that is all we got for episode number 2 of The Extra Point. If you're out there listening, thank you for taking the time. Go follow us on social media, by the way. We just got those up. We'll be posting soon. They're all kind of wonky with the usernames, but look up The Extra Point and podcast. It might pop up for you. All right, everyone. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Peace out.